Hello, guys. I hope you all are doing good. And myself, Kunal, and welcome to my channel, which is Game Dev with Kunal. So, I think you guys already guessed what this channel is all about. This is something which I'm uh, going to make, and I'm interested doing in. Um, I just wanted to shoot myself making games, and this will be a live session. And what is the uh, what is the purpose of making this video? This is an introductory video that I wanted to tell you, all guys. I don't have a subscriber right now, I do know that, but still I think YouTube will gonna uh, put their hand on my head and going to say that bless you boy, go ahead, and uh, uh, I'll broadcast this video, or I'll show this video to everyone around. So the purpose of making this channel is to tell you everyone that what I am going to do in the journey of my game development. This will be an dev vlog, so devlog kind of thing. So I'll gonna start from Sunday onwards, uh, which is July 19th. I'll gonna start my live video session. This could be in 1 hour or 2 hour, depends on the mood, depends on the interesting concepts. So if the concept is really very exciting, then it will gonna extend the time, and if it is really tired concept, then I'll gonna keep it 1 hour or less than that, depends on that. But I want you guys to join this journey, to be with me. And being from India, indie developer is really very low scope kind of thing, because here people are not interested buying games, they want games which are free of cost. But my since still but still I want to get into this journey, because right now, as the games are booming in India, I think people are really interested buying games which are really very well made, and which is interesting as well. I do know that the scope of Indian people in terms of visual arts is it's more towards 3D visual arts instead of 2D. But um, the journey of making games is totally different. It's not divided between 2D or 3D. It's divided between the concepts that you know. So I'm going to learn this process in a hardcore way, because I'm a complete beginner, you may say. But I wanted to show this to people, that what is an indie developer's journey could be. And if you guys are interested becoming an indie developer, being in India, then you guys can join me. And still, if you guys wanted to know that how the games are really made, what's the process of making a game, how a solo developer work on a project like in game development, you guys can also join me, and I can tell you everything about it. So let's begin. What's the scenario, and what's the purpose of making this video? This is an introductory video, and you can see that Game Dev with Kunal is my name of the channel. I was just sitting at my chair, the same place where I'm sitting right now, thinking of what name I could put. I was thinking for a short name, but I was thinking that a name should describe my channel. So I stopped, and I just write game dev development with Kunal. The development word seems to be a very big word, so I just shortened that, and I just kept game dev with Kunal. So, what is the purpose, and how would my journey look like? So, I have not planned yet. So, I'm going to plan it on this video itself. I've not planned this video as well. I just wanted to keep things raw, the same raw thing which I'm gonna keep in live video sessions. So, I want you guys to join my live video session. if you subscribe to my channel, you will gonna get a notification of my live video. So yeah, and that will going to be interesting. I will gonna make sure that is interesting, okay? Not entertaining. I am really sorry, my camera setup or my setup is not look very fancy. I am a very very no, I'm not that rich guy, okay? I don't have a fancy setup, fancy camera. I'm just shooting with my small laptop, integrated webcam. I'm just using that, okay? So yeah, so keeping things aside, and let's talk about the scenario. How could my journey will going to be, and what my journey is going to look like. Now, first of all, the purpose of doing this all thing is to make a game. The game could be from any genre. I don't want it to be genre specific game. I don't want it to make genre specific game. I wanted to make games which is really well very interesting, okay, which is good to play. Journey is something which will teach you how the games are going to be made, okay? I might think I'm gonna make this game, that game, I can think a lot of things, but the truth is something which is very different from the way we think, okay? So let's talk about it. So to make a game, second thing is that I want to learn. I want to learn the process of making game, okay? That is something which I am really interested in. That's my goal, to learn the process of making games, how the games are really made. You might think that playing games, when you play games, whatever games you like playing, PC or mobile games or console games, you sit and play games, but you always admire, you always think, back of the mind you have a thought of how these games are really made. What is the mindset of that developer while he's making such decisions in the games. So I'll gonna disclose that, because being an as I don't call myself an indie developer yet, because I'm in the process of learning things, but being going to be on the stage of an indie developer, I might know the process of how the games are really made. Now, third thing, hardware compatibility. Now, hardware compatibility is something which is one of my weaker point, you can say. This is an weak point for me because I don't have a fancy hardware as well. Just to give you a gist of what I am using, I am using a Dell Latitude E6440. This is an 2013 model. Now you might guys know that this is an old laptop, and Kunal, how you will gonna make games with this? Okay, so I just go to Google, I just put this command, I just put my hardware compatibility. I asked AI that is my laptop is capable of making games. You know what it said? Yes, it is capable of making 2D or 2.3D, 2.5D games. But when it comes to 3D games, my laptop lacks a lot of things, as in graphic cards and all. So yeah, it is capable of making 2D and 2.5D games. So the RAM which I am having here on my laptop is 16 GB DDR3 RAM. Third thing which I'm using on this one is the SSD, which I have recently changed. It was an HDD into this. I changed it to SSD, which is 256 GB storage, and I have an uh, Intel HD 4600 graphic card. Okay, so it's an old graphic card. You know that it's a very old graphic card. You cannot run the 3D game on this. You can only run 2D games on this, which is very well played. Okay, and lastly, the OS. If you guys have noticed, I have just using this black screen. This is a text editor which I am using right now to just write things up on this to give you the idea of what I'm going to do. I'm using an Ubuntu OS. I'm using Ubuntu operating system. Why I'm using Ubuntu operating system? This is something which is like, hey Kunal, you're using a Linux distro to make games. How rubbish it is. You should use Windows. But guys, I have done my own research, and I think Ubuntu operating system is compatible making games. It can make games and it can utilize the full power of the hardware, so it is capable of making games. Okay, so you don't need to think about it. So that's why I chose this operating system, because my laptop is capable of running that smoothly. Okay, if I run Windows 11, my laptop crashes every time, so I don't have other choice. So yeah, this is my setup right now. I don't have a fancy keyboard or a monitor or something. I'm doing everything on my laptop now. uh, Coming to the fourth point, which is most important question, that where I am standing right now, what is the uh, plus point I am having right now. The plus point is God gave me brain, and uh, I have the brain to use. So I think I can use that and I can make games with that. This might sound rude, weird, but yeah, this is something which I wanted to tell to myself, and you should also tell to yourself that, hey boy, you have a brain to use and you can do things whatever you wanted to. Okay, first thing, you have a brain, you can utilize that for a good thing. Okay, so when I'm standing, I am having not a good laptop, but I'm having a brain first of all. Okay, so let's write it down, brain. Second thing, I have some kind of school knowledge. Okay, I have some knowledge of programming. Okay, I'm not a complete beginner in programming, but yeah, I'm having some knowledge in programming. Okay, and and last but not the least, this will be, and we can say, softwares which will going to be used to make games. I have installed that. Okay, I have these three things. I'm standing here right now, and I do have things already installed in my laptop. If you guys need a video of an extra video of installing things into your laptop, I'll ask you to do your own R&D on this one. I am not here to tell you how to install things. I'm really sorry, guys. I think you need to do your own R&D on this one. uh, uh, because you should know how to install things, because as I said, you have your own brain, you can do that. And this is not a tutorial video, to be frank, guys. This is something which I am showing you, that how the process of making games, and what is the journey of making games looks like. Okay, so you can take an inspiration from this. I don't want you to copy things and do your copy things and say that, and claiming that you made this thing by your own. I think you should use your brain instead. Okay, now coming to the fifth point. Okay, this is my hardware, this is this thing. I wanted to learn the process of making games. I want to make a game which will be of any genre. I don't want it to be get into genre specific games. And last but not the least, what is the process going to be, what things I'm going to use. You might have game engines in your brain, that, hey Kunal, you can use game engines like so and so. I'm not going to take the name of that. So and so, there are multiple game engines in market, but yeah, I don't want it to go with this. I don't want this to be happen. I am not going to be a slave of game engines. I wanted to go in a hardcore way. As I said at the start of the uh, video, I'm gonna make and hardcore process. Okay, I'm going to get into the hardcore process of making games. Like, I'm going to use and utilize the power of my own laptop. Game engines are not going to allow me to do that, because my laptop is not capable of using game engines. That is one of the thing. I was just hiding things up, so with my big words. Okay, so I don't have, my laptop doesn't have the capability to use the game engine. So coming to the next point, what I'm going to do then. So I'm going to make games using the programming language. I was having a debate between in my brain, that C++ versus Rust versus C sharp. Okay, I just eliminated things directly, because I don't wanted to get into things, because Rust is something will gonna take a lot of time, and I don't wanted to get into time consuming behavior. I don't wanted to get into things which will gonna consume a lot of time. So I'll go with, I'll just eliminate Rust from this. I don't want Rust um, in the process. Okay, I don't want that. And no rush. Sorry, no Rust. Okay, so I said no to Rust. Then I think of C sharp. I don't have a knowledge of C sharp, because in my college I just learned C++. So the complete winner for me is C++. Ta-da! So I'll go with C++ programming language, and I'm going to use the libraries, which is SDL or SFML. And right now I'm having a bit knowledge of Raylib. So I'll gonna make things using Raylib, and then I'm gonna switch to the different libraries, SDL3, SFML, uh, depending on the scenario, whatever I'm wanted to do. Okay, so this is going to be the thing. This is all things I'm going to do in this. Now, if you guys wanted to know how the process of making games looks like, and if you wanted to know how to learn things without any help, that how to learn on your own pace, so guys, you should join me then. This is a good opportunity for you guys. Now you do know that job markets are really crashing right now, so I think you should work on your skills instead of getting into a trap of job. Okay, I am also doing job. I'm also into job and all, but I wanted to do something which I really interested. I wanted to spend time in things which I really interested in. So yeah, just keeping things aside, this is what this video is all about. I don't want to take a lot of time of your guys. I don't know who is watching this video. If you guys are watching this video, just put hi in the comment. I would like to know if, where my videos is right now, wavering, where it's going, and I just wanted to know who is hovering this video and clicking on this. Just click at the comment box and just type in hi Kunal, I watched your video, and tell me what you like about it if you are interested joining in this journey. So stay tuned. This Sunday, July 19th, you will gonna watch my live video. I'm gonna start a live video. If you subscribe the channel, you will get a notification for that. Kind of a cliche, right? But yeah, still you will gonna worth watching videos, right? Which will gonna teach you making games. Okay, so see you guys in the next video, or into the live session. Don't you worry, once I'll make the live video, I will make sure that I upload that all videos so that you can utilize the knowledge from it. So guys, keep learning, keep exploring, give a lot of fuel to yourself, to your interest, your passion, so that you can grow in terms of what you want. See you guys, bye bye, take care.